Alright, what is up YouTube? HPJ here, and I am coming at you guys with some amazing news from the OCG. So we have new cards for the next, what is it? Supreme Darkness, which is going to be the next TCG OCG set, for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game. And, of course, everyone predicted that this was going to happen, and it finally did. We're going to get mainline evil hero support cards. And if you guys don't know what the evil heroes are, they are a sub-series in hero archetype that also focuses on fusion, but their fusion monsters are all elemental heroes or hero monsters, and then they become fiends, or they're fiend typed. So we have a lot of them that are now going to be that originally were based off of some of Jayden's original heroes that were corrupted by the evil. But now we're going to see some more of Jayden's monsters, and just a lineup of new support for the evil heroes themselves. So it's been a good portion of time since heroes have actually had like a major amount of support. So this is actually pretty good for them. So while we go, well, evil heroes in particular, because I think the duelist pack was the last time we had evil hero support, and it actually was some really good evil hero support too, because they had the field spell, they had all, monsters and everything. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe the newer support cards, I think the Captain Gold and the fusion monster were very, very expensive. I did get reprints of those, but thank God I waited till the reprints. So, starting off is Evil Hero Toxic Bubble, level 4, water attribute fiend type monster with 800 attack and 1200 defense. You can only special summon one of this card's name per turn, and you can use its second effect once per turn. So this effect says you can special summon this card from your hand. If you special summon this raid, you can actually summon a monster for the rest of the turn, except for hero monsters. If this card is special summoned, you control a fusion monster who must be fusion summoned with dark fusion. You can draw 2 cards. This monster is an evil hero counterpart to elemental hero Bubble Man. Or I guess it's Neo Bubble Man considering its artwork. But yeah, this is the evil version of Bubble, sharing the same attribute, level, attack, and defense as the elemental hero of water. Next up is Evil Hero Death Poison. I guess we'll call it, I guess from the translations that they're giving us here, is Evil Hero Doom Poison. It's a level 4 light attribute rock type monster with 1700 attack and 1100 defense. You only summon one monster with this card's name once per turn through its own effect, and you can only use its second effect once per turn. If you control a fusion monster that must be fusion with dark fusion, you can just summon this card from your hand. You can send one hero monster from your deck to the graveyard. If you fusion summon a hero monster this turn, you can, while this card is face up, can be used as a fusion substitute for any of the fusion monsters whose name is mentioned on it, but the other material must be correct. This monster is an evil version of elemental hero Prisma, sharing the same attack, defense, type, level and attribute. I believe Prisma was warrior, but this one is making itself a rock. This actually work well with some of the evil hero fusions, because some of them do need rock type monsters. Next up is Evil Hero Hell Rider, which can be translated to Infernal Rider. It's a level 6 wind attribute fiend type monster with 2100 attack, 800 defense. You can use each of the following effects of this card's name once per turn. If this card is normal special summon, you can add 1 dark fusion from your deck or grave to your hand. You can banish this monster and 4 other monsters from your graveyard to set 1 super polymerization from your deck. Also, at the end of your opponent's turn, you can also summon monsters except for hero monsters. But you can fusion summon fusion monsters that must be fusion summoned with dark fusion with other effects. This card is a reference to Picordar, Archfiend, which shows up in Oberon's Nightmare Dream of Supreme King Jayden on his steed. Oh, okay. Then we have Evil Hero Neo's Lord, level 10 Dark Attribute Fiend type monster, 2500 attack, 2500 defense. Requires one Elemental Hero Neos and one fusion monster that mentions it, or one fusion monster um, on the field that must be fusion summoned with Dark Fusion. You only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card is special summoned, or if a monster is sent to your opponent's graveyard while this monster is on the field, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls and take control of it. This card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. So this is the first fusion monster, Evil Hero fusion monster, to include Elemental Hero Neos. And the monster's artwork itself is actually inclusive to the Supreme King Jayden, while he was, during his Supreme King rule. It's also funny enough because his ace monster is now covered in the armor of the Supreme King. Next up is Evil Hero Inferno Wing, Hellback Fire, which is translated to Evil Hero Inferno Wing Inferno Backlash. This is a level 6 Fire Attribute Fiend type monster with 2100 attack, 2000 defense. Requires one Elemental Hero Avian or Bersenatrix plus one hero monster. This card must be fusion summoned with Dark Fusion. Must be fusion summoned with Dark Fusion. You only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn each. If this card is fusion summoned, you can add one Dark Fusion or one card that mentions Dark Fusion from your hand or graveyard, from your deck or graveyard to your hand, except a fusion monster. If your hero monster is destroys an opponent's monster by battle, inflict 2100 points of damage. So this monster is basically just an upgrade of Evil Hero Inferno Wing. And as we all know, that was the monster who was the evil fusion of was it? Elemental Heroes Avian and Bersenatrix. But this monster has a similar ability but cannot attack. Next up is Elemental Hero Dark Knight. It's a level 8 Dark Attribute Fusion type monster that with 1600 attack, 0 defense. Requires one Fiend type monster and one Warrior type monster. Must be fusion summoned with Dark Fusion. Monsters your opponent controls loses attack equal to the original attack of the fusion summon materials of this monster. This card can make up to 2 attacks during the battle phase. If this face-up special summon monster you control will leave the field by your opponent, you can target one Fiend or Warrior monster in your graveyard and she'll summon it in defense. So this is a fusion monster of a warrior and a fiend type monster. I guess to play up on the factors of Jayden's deck if it incorporated the evil heroes. We have the fusion spell, Dark Contract. Normal spell, you can activate one of the following effects of this card name. You can activate one of these effects, but you only use each effect of this card's name once per turn. Fusion summon one fusion monster that must be special summoned with Dark Fusion from your extra deck by shuffling its materials from your hand, from your field, graveyard, and are banished into the deck. This card is treated as fusion summoned with Dark Fusion. The second effect is you can add one Supreme King's Castle on Dark Fusion from your deck to your hand. Evil Assault. Normal spell. You can only use each of the following effects of this card's name once per turn. Discard one card. You can special summon from your extra deck for the rest of the turn after this card strikes, except for hero monsters. Also take one level 4 or lower evil hero monster from your deck and either add it to your hand or special summon it. If this card is in your graveyard, except during the turn it was sent there, you can banish this card to add one Dark Fusion from your graveyard to your hand. You have the trap card Dark Supremacy. On trap, you can only use each of the following effects of this card's name once per turn. Target face-up monsters your opponent controls up to the number of Dark Fusion and spells that mention Dark Fusion in your graveyard and negate their effects until the end of the turn. If this card is in your graveyard except the turn it was sent, you can banish it to then target 5 hero monsters from your graveyard into your banish and shuffle them into your deck. Talk about a way to kick back all of the evil hero support and just slap on some more new evil hero support. So one thing is that the newer fusion monsters, the newer main deck monsters say that they can be special summoned by their own effect, but they do require monsters who list Dark Fusion as part of their card text. So a lot of the Dark Fusion stuff is definitely going to get a buff from this, because now you're going to be able to play even more monsters off of monsters. The other thing about this is that they're now incorporating even more support for Dark Fusion in ways to not only search for Dark Fusion, but be able to put Dark Fusion into your hand, or into your hand from into your deck, your graveyard, or your banish, which is great. The Evil Hero Bubble Man, Evil Hero Toxic Bubble, decent enough, great card, decent setup. Although you're forced into summoning heroes for the rest of the turn, let's be real. Heroes have so much support, it's not even funny. This is not a downside to them. This is basically saying focus on your heroes. Now, if it did say you can only use the effects of hero monsters for the rest of the turn, then they're going to be screwed. But even then, using hand traps as support for your fusion monsters is going to be even more viable, because look, all the hand traps in the game have different attributes that fits into the hero setup right there. So you got a good array of things here from all of it. You got Bubble Man with the draw power. You got you got Evil Hero Poison, Death Poison, who's this, Prisma on wheels. So that's not bad either. And then being able to set up for the Fusion Summon, and even becoming the Fusion Summon. Part of the Fusion Summon. The Hell Rider is a great setup card. The thing is that you're going to have to normal or special summon this to try to get to the Super Poly, or the cards that mention Dark Fusion. So this is something you're going to have to really work into the deck. But it's just but if anything, it's a very high level theme, so you can use it with Dark Gaia in them as well. The Evil Hero Neos Lord, I guess you want your variation to focus on Neos. In the Neo setup. It's not, like I said, this is not a bad monster, but this one heavily requires you to run Neos. And I don't think Evil Heroes need to stand on Neos for support. But it is still a good option if you want to take an Evil Hero approach to it, or you want to incorporate, an old variation of Jayden's deck that will focus on its hero support. For then, after that, Infernal Wing, Hell Backfire. No, basically just a better version of the original Infernal Wing, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to want to run her. Because even if you don't, because you can easily just use both Bersenatrix and Avion into it. So, yeah, there's some more gain from that. And also there's incorporating Avion or Bersenatrix, so that actually, if you would want to play that, you have to play those as well. Then we have the Dark Knight. Not too bad, but also it's more so of a just get the stuff from the graveyard type of monster, but it has to rely on your opponent to destroy it. So it's pretty meh, but it could serve some purpose. This new spell card, no, broken. Love it. And I love the fact that they put the restriction on it, because both effects would just be amazing. It's like, either get your Dark Fusion or go get your castle, or then just Fusion Summon. And then it recovers from the banished as well. So that's actually a really good additional tactic there. The other normal spell, not too bad either. And it just helps you set up for more of your fusion plays. I also want to mention that's Infernal Gainer in its artwork as well. And the trap card, more recovery, which is something I didn't think Evil Heroes needed, but they can benefit from that as well. So my overall thoughts on this is that this is a good jump from Supreme Darkness, and I honestly think that this is going to be a great way to jump in magnify the evil hero aspect of it. Is definitely giving a lot of the combos of things that it's supposed to take advantage of. Like I said, this is really good start. This is really good way to bump up Evil Hero and even take advantage of just the hero archetype. But I don't know. I want to see some things of play. But I do have to say, this is a good jump. It focuses on a lot of aspects that heroes have, but also a lot of these other fusion monsters don't need to be really good, unless someone finds a way to take advantage of them, which, knowing Yu-Gi-Oh players, yeah, you will. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think of the new Evil Hero support. Do you like it? Do you not like it? What things would you like to see? And don't worry, this is just the beginning of the stuff from Supreme Darkness. So there could be even more Evil Hero cards coming out as well. And plus, TCG exclusives are a thing. So let me know in the comment section what you all think. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, and it helps me out tremendously. You can hit the notification bell to be informed when I upload more content to the channel. My social media links are in the description box below, and of course, I leave a playlist for you guys to check out all my other content as well. Thanks everyone for watching. HPJ signing out.